Now, the next layer of consciousness is capabilities. I am conscious of my capability to walk. However, if you put me under the right extreme situation, I might be able to run further than I imagine that I could run. I might be able to lift more weight than I actually think I can lift. So I have a degree of consciousness about my capabilities, but I am not fully conscious of all of my capabilities. So I am most conscious of my environment, the things around me. I am second most conscious of my behaviors. And then I am third most conscious of my capabilities. Now, from capabilities, we move even deeper and we get into beliefs. So I am conscious of certain things that I believe, but there are many underlying beliefs that drive my behaviors, that drive the way that I operate in the world, that are subconscious. They're subconscious beliefs that were formed as a result of traumas, as a result of good experiences, just a result of all the experiences that I've had in my life, right? And there are certain beliefs that our brain basically codifies and says, this is how the world works. And we're not conscious of those beliefs, but we operate based on those beliefs. Now, here's why this is important. Each layer that goes deeper into your subconscious controls the layer beneath it. So if we look at it as a hierarchy, the top of the hierarchy, at least so far as I've built it out, would be beliefs. So your beliefs dictate what you're capable of, your capabilities dictate your behaviors, and then your behaviors dictate your environment. So if we follow this through, let's say I have a belief that the only way I can survive is by stealing, okay? So if that belief then empowers my capabilities to go out and steal, whereas if I believe that stealing is wrong under all circumstances, I will not be capable of stealing unless something challenges that belief or challenges a deeper belief that overrides that belief, right? But generally speaking, if we're just operating in kind of normal circumstances, if I believe that stealing is wrong under all circumstances, I will not have the capability to steal unless that belief is challenged by a greater survival belief. And the same way, if I believe that I can only survive by stealing, then I will be empowered capability-wise to go and steal. That then empowers my behaviors. So my behaviors become the behaviors of a thief. Then those behaviors will likely produce an environment of animosity towards the people I've stolen from, an environment where maybe I'm incarcerated, right? And so my environment now then becomes a result of those behaviors. But if you track it all the way up, the environment that I experience, the environment that I produce is actually a result of my beliefs, not a result of my behaviors, even though it is ultimately a reaction to the behaviors. That's not the source. It's not the root of the problem. The root of the problem began in the beliefs. And if I can change the behaviors, right, eventually those behaviors will default back to my core belief system. So even if I can curtail my behaviors for a time, at some point in time, my beliefs will eventually override my behaviors. Now, this is where most people stop. Most people stop at beliefs and they think, well, if I can change my beliefs, then from there, I can fix this whole problem, right? So it kind of gets into the believe it and achieve it idea. It's like, well, if I change my beliefs about what I can become, then that will change my capabilities, which will then change my behaviors, which will then produce a different environment. And so this is where like manifestation comes from and all these different concepts around like believe it and you can achieve it ideology, right? There's just one problem.